She talked about that talked her into that was saying that was a good idea for her if she wanted to move her career to the next level.
What you talking about?
You just did you not hear anything I just said?
What's going on? I am Jimmy Fair, and this is another episode of Talking to Myself. Yeah, just dropped my daughter off from school. I'm on my way to work. And last week or a week or two ago, I can't remember exactly when, a concept kind of came up in my head, and the concept actually springs from something Napoleon Bonaparte did or worked on. And Napoleon's theory was in mastering 5 minutes. You had to master 5 minutes. And Napoleon was a great warrior or warlord or emperor, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, on the battlefield, Napoleon is considered one of the greatest generals and tacticians in the history of war. And one of the reasons why Napoleon was successful is because Napoleon mastered 5 minutes. And so last week or week before last, I was going throughout my day, and I was needing to do a couple of things, compound things, like in sequential order, to get some stuff done. And what popped up in my head was the mastering of 30 minutes. And I know there are millions of books out there on mastering this and mastering that, or doing this, or time management here or time management there. And all of those things are good, and this is something that I believe, if you're into personal development, like I am, mastering 30 minutes is very important. And how I've learned, or what I am doing now, is actually being more intentional about how I spend 30 minutes and how I bracket those 30 minutes of my day. Now, mind you, the first 30 minutes, all you do is repeat the cycle every hour. But the key is really being a forensic person about your 30 minutes. Say, for instance, like any of those CSI shows, when they get to a crime scene, it is their job to look at the details of the scene, the crime scene, that nobody else points out or sees. It's their job to record all that information and to be able to present that information in a manner that solves the case. Well, for you, that way of looking at it can be very helpful. Say, for instance, if you are preparing to go to work in the morning, or if you're preparing to do some chores around the house, instead of looking at how long it's going to take me to accomplish this particular goal, let's look at how much can I do, or what can I do within the 30 minutes. How long will it take me to make the bed? How long will it take me to get the dirty clothes together? How long will it take me to put the clothes in the washer? How long will it take me to cook breakfast? And if you can bracket those things up and actually begin to develop the habits around those 5-minute increments, what happens is they become they become stays in your life, or, as I just said, they become habits. They become a part of your ritual. I've been reading this book, and in this book they tell the story about how Michael Phelps goes through his process when he's about to go swimming or in a meet, or like for the gold medals. And so he had different steps that he would take every time he would go and prepare to run a race. And once, while he was in the Olympics, there was moisture or water got into his goggles and he couldn't see. But because of his practice, because of his rituals, because of what he did before he jumped in the pool and what he would do during the race, because of his visualization techniques, what happened was he basically won a swimming Olympic race blind because he couldn't see. So my point is, every day, if you can put in new habits surrounded by those 30-minute increments, what can happen is you can create brand new habits while extinguishing old habits, which can then modify how you approach your days or approach tasks throughout your days. You know, for me, there are different rituals. Or when I get up in the morning, I read, and then I prepare breakfast, and then I do different chores that I need to do around the house while preparing for my morning. These things set my tempo. These things set my day. Now, that does not mean that I'm going to keep all of these things, because there are different tweaks that must happen throughout your life, in my opinion, so that you ever advance in getting better. But the key is understanding, being forensic with how you see your day, visualizing, writing it out, patterning it, making patterns, connecting the dots, so that as you develop and grow and mature in this particular area, what will happen is it no longer is something you have to think about, but it is something that you automatically get into in the course of your day, in the course of attacking problems, in the course of dealing and coming up and being very forthcoming with solutions to existing problems, whether in your job or whether in your personal life. And if you can master these 30 minutes, break down the 30 minutes to 5 minutes, but if you can master 30 minutes, if you can get control of the 30 minutes of your life and break them down and get control of the 5 minutes of your life for every hour on the hour throughout your entire day, then you can lose the weight. Then you can set the goals of cleaning the house. Then you can change your budget. You can change anything in your life. But anyway, this is your boy. Thank you for listening to another episode of Talking to Myself. And like I said, I am Jimmy Fair, Johnny James' grandson. And deuces.